Hello everyone, it's Lauren J. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. I like to do get ready with me style videos using products that are new to me, or just need a little bit more love in my collection. Today we're showcasing new products, the new Chanel Rouge Noir collection. So if you're interested to see what I picked up and how I'm incorporating it into my makeup routine, please keep watching. Chanel Rouge Noir was the first drop of the new collections. I'm sure there will be several for 2026. This was a special, not quite holiday, maybe sort of New Year collection, focusing on Rouge Noir, which is one of their cult classic nail polish shades from way back in the day. I am wearing Bois d'Ile from 2024 fall collection, so I don't have Rouge Noir. Another one that I remember from way back in the 90s was Vamp. Hey there, editing Lauren here. So all my favorite commentary YouTubers do this kind of pop in all the time, so I figured start off the new year and try something new. So I kind of messed this part up because I was trying to go over the history of the Rouge Noir name and the Rouge Noir color, but I didn't know what I was talking about, so I needed to go in and do more research, aka I Googled it. So Rouge Noir is originally known as Vamp, was called in either 94 or 95 this polish came out. There is a legend that this is the polish that Uma Thurman wore in Pulp Fiction as Mia Wallace. If you don't know Pulp Fiction, huge big movie of the 90s, Quentin Tarantino's first big movie, and her nail polish was, just iconic, and that kind of kicked off a wave of dark gothic polish for a lot of celebrities. And actually, from the research I was looking at, aka Googling, this was actually a MAC shade that she wore, but Chanel was heavily inspired, at least their makeup artist was. And back in 94, 95, after that movie came out, Vamp came out. Vamp is also known as Rouge Noir in France, so Rouge Noir is Vamp. And so Rouge Noir is the original shade from the 90s that was a huge craze, sort of caused by Uma Thurman, but actually it was a MAC shade. Anyway, so yes, and yes, I've been on Instagram. I've seen the denim collection. We'll get to it soon. I guess they're coming for Guerlain now, huh? All right, back to the video. And I'm not a huge fan of red, but I do like this collection, and I liked the fact that they were coming out with some products that I really love from the line in the Rouge Noir collection, not just the nail polish, which I didn't pick up, by the way, but they were coming out with eyeshadow shades and liners and Rouge Allure Laques and what else? The mascara that I absolutely love. So and it's in special packaging, which I'm a sucker for packaging. Like I put it in a different color and I'm like, I gotta have it, because Chanel doesn't really mix it up too much when it comes to packaging. It really just sticks to the black and white and the lacquer color, and it's actually plastic, but it sticks to that very same formula all the time. So when they deviate a little bit and they make like a red logo and some red lacquered packaging, I'm all here for it. They've done this before, by the way. They have done this, like, it goes in cycles of like 10 or 15 years. They've done these collections before with the red logo and the red lacquered packaging. It's happened before, so just so you know, if you missed out this time, it'll come back around again. It will. Anyway, celebrating a little bit of their heritage, leaning a little bit on their heritage, and I absolutely fell for it. So I contacted the wonderful sales associate in Chicago and got a few pieces for myself. I did not pick up the 3-brush set just because she didn't have it and it was already sold out on the website, and I don't really regret it. It would have been nice to have. It came in this beautiful velvet case and it had the red lacquered handles, but it was also $153. And I do have 2 sets from a couple of years ago from the Codes Color collection, the brush sets with the leather keep alls, the leather brush keepers. So not feeling too bad about that. I feel like if it does come back on the website, I might pick it up, but I'm not super sad that I didn't spend $153 on the 3 brushes. If you got it, I'm happy for you and I hope you love it. Anyway, here, as per usual, my Chanel products came beautifully packaged, and I got the little, you know, little camellia there. And so I have done a reel about this, so if you want to see me unbox this stuff, I've already done that, so I just have the stuff here. So the first thing that I picked up was in this little package here. This is the Ombre Essentielle. This is in, look, it's red. So this is the eyeshadow single in 267 Brun Rose. There were 2 of these. One was more gray. This one was more brown, obviously, and then it comes in with the mirrored packaging and 2 little brushes, and you can see the color here. I haven't swatched this yet, so this will be kind of a first impression. But this is the color. So pretty, so pretty. Do I need it? No, but it's so pretty, and I wanted the little red packaging. Next, we have 2 of my favorite products from the Chanel line. We have the Stylo Yeux. This is the one in 67 Rouge Noir. So I don't know if you can see the contrast there, but there's the color. And I have swatched this a little bit, but it's so far. That is the color. So let me do a quick swatch. Maybe you can see that. I'm not sure what it looks like to you. It looks very purpley to me. Yeah, it just looks like a really, really deep purple. And then I have the Noir Allure in the Rouge Noir. I am going to use this today because I feel like I can open a new one because I'm well into my regular Noir Allure mascara. So only got like a month or so left on that one. So I am going to open this one today, but this is the beautiful red lacquer packaging. So pretty. This one I think matches my nails a little bit more. This one's a little bit more brown. This color is a little bit more brown than Rouge Noir would be, which leans, like I said, a little bit more purple. And then the Rouge Allure Laque, which is also one of my favorite products just because I love the feel of the way that it goes on and its longevity. And here you go. He's got, again, the red lettering on the packaging. It's pretty much otherwise the same as a Rouge Allure Laque would look like. They didn't like make the smoky glass Rouge Allure or anything. They just put the red lettering there. So we'll be trying out all of these today. So as per usual, I have already done my base. I have done my brows, primed my eyes, primed my face, done all my base, my concealer, and my skin tint. Those will all be listed down below. All right, so let's just get into this collection. I am going to start off with eyes as per usual, and I am going to go into the Ombre Essentielle. This is the Latte Frappe. This was one of the limited edition colors from, I think, spring of 2023. It's a really beautiful, pretty basic light brown shade. Goes with literally everything. So I'm just going to go in and put this in the crease. It's another reason I don't feel bad about getting the brushes is that it didn't look like it had one of these sort of crease brushes in there, which is one of my go-to brushes. This one's from Singe Beauty, by the way, and it's one of my favorite brushes ever. And I really rely on a crease brush, and I less and less rely on like a full shadow application brush just because I use my fingers most of the time. I like the effect that it gives better for most shadows. There are exceptions where the shadows go on better with the brush, but for the most part, for the full lid shadow, I prefer to use my finger. So that's just to give a little bit of dimension to my eyes. I know I need to watch how much I say little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit. So Here is the Ombre Essentielle. Like I said, this is in 267 Brun Rose. And this again is the color. I think it's really pretty. So I'm just gonna go in with my index finger here. Ooh, feels very soft and smooth. That's what it looks like on the finger. Just swipe that. Very soft. It's got a little hint, it's got a hint of purple to it. Not gonna lie, it's mostly pink, but it does have that little hint of purple to it. Very soft and satiny. It's not like it's not a sparkle shade, it's a nice satiny color. This does sparkle in the sunlight. Again, if you've watched my short, you'll see I showed it off in afternoon sun, and it can be, I don't think my camera really caught all of the faceted colors in it, but it does very much have a sparkliness to it in direct sunlight. But in this light with the box lights, it just looks really satiny and smooth. It's just a really nice basic pink shade with a little bit of purple. Is it blowing me away? No. I feel like the Byredo shade from the Ocean Haze palette, which is a little bit more orange, I feel like that is a lot more interesting and brightening to my skin. However, this is really pretty. I don't dislike it, and I think it's a nice addition to my collection and might be useful with that palette. Next, I'm going to go into the Chanel Stylo Yeux waterproof. Again, this is in 67 Rouge Noir. This is one of my all-time favorite products from Chanel. Every time they release a new one, I have to get it. And you can see that just adds a little bit of a nice line with that color there. This one is nice and new, so it still has that point on it. Usually I don't sharpen them because I'm lazy, and then I just get this big line, which I'm actually fine with for most of the time, because my eyelashes do need a little bit of extra definition. Yeah, this one is really nice. Like I said, just a little bit of, like I said, just some definition to the eye. Adds a bit of smokiness to it, I think. Very pretty. And that just gives a really pretty purple tinge to the eyes. Again, these are not my favorite colors in the world, but I feel like it is something new and interesting. I really like this liner. I think one of the more comparable ones would be Mauve Intense from, I guess, spring 23 or 24. Also a limited edition one, so if you have that, probably pretty similar, maybe a little more purple, less brown, but very, very defining. It's hard to do a deep red shade, at least it is for me. It is hard to do a deep red shade on the eyes very well that doesn't make me look tired or just kind of ill. And you know, I'm just going for it right today. So like I probably wouldn't use all of these products together just because I feel like that would make me look just a little bit way too tired. And you can let me know. I don't think I look particularly tired in this video, other than just I'm always tired, but it's not the main colors that I would use. I wouldn't wear this to work. I wouldn't usually wear this out, I would use them in combination with other products, just not all red or all really deep purple. Let's go into the Noir Allure mascara. I'm really excited to try this one out. Ooh, look at that. You can see that right there. Hope you can see the color there. Like that because that is nice and deep, and it makes my eyelashes look like they're there. I once tried the burgundy mascara from way back from ColourPop, and it literally didn't show up on my eyes. It literally did nothing for my lashes. So this is making me very happy, because my eyelashes disappear if they don't have any mascara on them. It's the one thing I really just don't like about them, because I don't like to have to put on mascara, because it's such a pain to take off. Take a minute and go clean this up. Okay, so I just went and cleaned up a little around the eyes and separated the lashes over here a little bit. They were getting a bit clumpy. As per usual, it's a new mascara. I probably should have wiped it off a couple times, or I'm just bad at putting on mascara. Anyway, I really like the definition that it gives to my lashes. You really can't tell that there is a red tinge to it. Even when you wipe it a little bit, it looks black. So I'm happy with this because it's not specifically super red, and it's in beautiful packaging, and I'm good with that. Gonna go in with a little bit of the Fluide Enlumineur from the Chanel Camellia Futura collection, just to do some highlighting. There was a blush stick, balm stick that went with this collection, and it was very pink, and so I didn't pick it up. I didn't feel like it was something that I needed to add to my collection. I do have a lot of the blush sticks. I think they're really nice. This one just wasn't unique enough for me. So for my blush, I'm going to go back to the Jardin Imaginaire collection, and this is in the Light and Berry. It's the Duo. And I'm going to use this side right here. And I'm just going to use a little bit of this highlight shade up here. I've already got the Fluid Enlumineur now, but I thought I would just give a little highlight here. To finish off the look, I'm going to go into the Rouge Allure Laque again in Rouge Noir. I really love this formula. It just feels so soft. I did just go and do some blotting and some blurring with that, just because I put it on. It was a little bit streaky when I put it on, so I just wanted to blur it out a little bit. This is very deep. It's not a color that I would normally wear. I think it's really nice. It's more purpley. I think one of the deepest shades that I have an old Sephora shade an old Lip Story shade that is much deeper than this that I really like. And then I also have Rouge 2.55 from the Rouge 31 La Rouge line, the expensive glass case line. That one is the color of the burgundy lining on the inside of the 2.55 bag, which I think they've renamed again. Anyway, and I really like that shade. I think that one is a little bit more brown, and it's definitely got purple in it, but I don't feel like it's quite as gothy purple. This feels a little bit more goth purple to me than that one. I do love a more brown tinge to my deep purples. I think it just suits me better. So this is something that I'm gonna have to figure out how to incorporate. I feel like maybe not this full face of this deep purple look is so flattering on me. I don't mind it. I think I look nice, but this lip, I feel like I would not go this deep. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. It's nice to have the option to go deep and goth if you need to. So here's the finished look. Let me know what you think about this collection. I really love it for, you know, it's a nice first collection for 2026. It goes back into their history a little bit, pays homage to some of those older trends and just kind of mixes it up for me a little bit in terms of my makeup. Like I said, I probably wouldn't wear this lip a lot, maybe even, you know, all together with this whole collection, but I like the shadow. I love the mascara. I really like the liner. It gives that little bit of difference and color and mixes up the options that I have in my collection a little bit. So for that reason, I really do like the items that I bought in this collection. I didn't need them, but here we are. And it's fun. It's just fun. Like, it's fun to look back at your collection and go, oh, look, the little red one right there. That's such a pretty color. I did want to share a couple of things that I picked up over the holidays and the new year. So the first one was a gift, and this showed up on my doorstep on Christmas Eve, which was just kind of, it really just took me by surprise because I was not expecting it. I didn't order anything. I did my best to shop local, and I was having a interesting day and I decided to go out for a walk, and I saw this sitting on my doorstep when I walked out. And at first I kind of felt bad for, you know, I felt bad for the FedEx driver who had to deliver it on Christmas Eve, but I didn't order it, so I brought it inside and I opened it up, and it just made me a little bit teary-eyed. So, and you'll think this is silly, but here it is. It's the Chanel Snow Globe for 2025. It's their collection with the Comet and the Camellia, and I got one of these in 2024, yeah, 2024, 2023, something like that. So I have another one. I still keep it in its box back here, but this one I've kept out the whole time because, I don't know, it made me tear up a little bit that my sales associate remembered me, and I feel like I didn't buy a ton of merchandise from Chanel, and I mean, I did buy a lot, don't get me wrong. I bought expensive skincare. I bought, you know, I didn't buy any ready to wear. I didn't buy any bags, any of that. So it made me just smile and made me feel a little bit remembered. And I get it, it's marketing, it's a company, companies don't love you, sure, whatever, but it just made me feel special, and I just keep it out, and every time I need a little pick me up, I just shake it, and it's so beautiful and I love it. So I just wanted to share that. And then another thing that I picked up over the holidays, I picked this up at the Mulberry sale. Can you see how big the bag is? Can you see how big the bag is? It doesn't even fit. It doesn't even fit in. So Mulberry had a sale over the holidays, and I think it started, I don't know if it started before Black Friday or after, but it went on forever. And I saw this bag and I was really tempted, and at first it went down 20-25%, and I was like, I was really thinking about it, and then I'm like, it's the holidays and I need to buy things for other people. I can't do this right now. I still have my property taxes coming up, this, that, and the other, so I didn't do it. And then around Christmas, or just before Christmas, or was it Thanksgiving, I don't remember, it went down again. So this bag, and it stayed. I kept watching and I'm like, maybe if it goes down a little bit better. But it was 35% off. So eventually, after the new year, I had a day off and I was just feeling no pain, and I just decided to treat myself because I was still really into this bag, and I picked it up. So here is the card, and it did come with the dust bag. It's just folded up here, but it's the beautiful dust bag. You know, if you know me, you know I picked up my first Mulberry bag in Dublin on Duke Street when I was there in April of 2024. I love that bag. That is my, hang on, I will grab it. This is the bag I've had for about 2 years. This is the zipped Bayswater in Night Sky. It's the mini zipped Bayswater. This has been my work bag for 2 years. It is still impeccable. It's just so good. I do take care of it, but it is also, it's been rained on, it's been snowed on, it's been through freezing cold temperatures, it's been through boiling humid hot temperatures, and it still just looks so beautiful. So because I love the quality of this bag so much, and I have really good memories of purchasing it, and so I have always loved the idea of the cool girl Mulberry bag, I decided to pick this one up, and this is from the same Bayswater family, but it is very different. This is the small soft Bayswater, and this is in the color Rust. So I don't know if you can, let me see if I can stand up and show you the handles. But this is the bag. It's the East-West style, and it has the tassels, which are actually from the, I believe it's the Clovelly line. So they incorporated these tassels into the soft Bayswater. There's no hardware, which part of the Bayswater signature, at least the heritage Bayswater, is the Mulberry Postman's lock. They do have, which they do have on the zipped Bayswater in the more like Kelly Birkin style with the strap. But this one doesn't have any hardware. It does say Mulberry in foil there on the bottom. This color is beautiful. It has this keeper here, which keeps the handles together, and it just has a flap, and the flap has 2 magnetic spots right here, so it just opens up. It's pretty open concept bag. You can open up the keeper if you want, and that stays on there. And then on the inside it has a beautiful suede lining, same color, and then it has a pocket here. And there is a tag in here. Which side is it on? Oh, there's a tag in here on this side, and it actually does say it's made in England. So this bag was made in their, I just can't remember anything today, but this was actually made in their Somerset factory in England. So this bag, which I still love, this bag, I recently found the tag. It is also on the inside here. I just recently found it. This bag was made in Turkey. There are a lot of Mulberry bags that are made in Turkey. I think quite a few of their small mini Alexas are, and they're just, I don't have an issue with it being made in Turkey. This again is a beautiful bag. And this one again is made in the Somerset factory, so This one is just slouchy and pretty, and I am not, like I said, I'm not a red person. Like, I don't love red, but this color is just so beautiful, and this size is perfect. I was so afraid when I bought this bag that it would be too pink or that it would be too big, because every time they show these on the models, these things just look gigantic, and it's actually just the perfect size. I've taken it out once so far, and it's been really, it's handled the winter weather really nice. I mean, I wouldn't take it out like in a snowstorm, but I've taken it out and it's got a little bit of water on it and things like that, but it's just been super easy. I just put it on my shoulder. Like, this is the shoulder. I don't know, can you see that? No, you can't see that. Anyway, beautiful bag. If you would like me to showcase it a little bit better and maybe give some of my thoughts on the soft beige water. I know that a lot of people don't like the East-West style, and a lot of people just don't. I know quite a few of the bag people that I watch, the serious bag YouTubers, don't really like the soft beige water. They don't see the point in it because it doesn't have the postman's lock, and they don't like the East-West style. They think it's too trendy. I just feel like this is such a cool girl bag, and I love the color, and it's out of my comfort zone, but it just feels so perfect for me. So yeah, so this for price, this was originally, this size goes for $16.95. I got it for $1,100 in the sale, so that's like $600 off. It's still a lot of money for a bag, but like I said, this one, with my experience with this one, I trust them with this one, and everything so far that I've seen has made my trust stronger. So anyway, so I just wanted to share with you a couple of the things that are just currently making me happy right now. And I know some of you had, or at least one of you had asked for a little bit longer videos this year. And I hope this satisfies you. I am going to upload this and hope that it gets uploaded in a reasonable time frame. I don't know what happened last week. I started uploading my video on Friday. It did not upload until Sunday afternoon. It was really frustrating. I think I'm going to do this one. I'll probably take my music out of this one. I don't know if it's the music file that's doing it, but I could not get that video to upload. So this one will be going up. Hopefully it'll go up better. We'll see. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing the Rouge Noir collection and some of the fun new things that are making me happy right now. And hope you're staying strong, and it's a challenging time right now to stay positive about anything. And I just hope that you are doing what you need to do to keep moving and stay positive, or at least just do what you need to do for yourself. And yeah. And I hope this video brings a little bit of light into your day, that we can just sit and talk about silly luxury things and just be happy with the things that we pick up, and that just give us a little bit of joy in the world. So I hope you are having a wonderful week, had a wonderful week, and thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Any of those would be welcome. All of them would be deeply appreciated. I hit 600 subscribers. Yay! That made me so happy too as well. Thank you for sticking with me and for coming on this little trajectory with me on YouTube. It makes me happy to finally reach a kind of like little milestone in my YouTube numbers, even though it doesn't really matter, but it just was kind of nice to see that little round number go up for once. Thank you once again, and I will see you in the next one.